What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mobility. It's been a minute. So today you need a foam roller and a pillow. I have an orb for some extra deep tissue massage, but it's not necessary. If you want to use a tennis ball or a lacrosse ball, if you really want to get in there, you can. Today I'm going to work from our feet up to our shoulders at all posterior chain, all the backside of the body. And I'll hit the quads because that's always fun too. So pillow, foam roller, and orb, and then let's get it started. I'm actually gonna start standing up today. And just, I don't know, if you need something to balance on, that's fine. A chair, I'm actually holding on to my ceiling. I'm just gonna work on a little ankle mobility. So I got my toes pointed here, and I'm just putting my toe on the ground and stretching the front side of the ankle. And just rolling forward from the big toe down to my little toe, just giving a little love to the front side of my ankle. I saw somebody doing this the other day and thought, oh God, I gotta do this. And then just come on out in front, put a little bit of weight on the, let me see, make sure you guys can see this. I actually have to hold on the ceiling for balance and just kind of put some weight on the outside of your foot there. Not a lot of weight because we don't want to break or hurt anything, but we're just trying to roll that ankle. And then forward here, you can go up against a couch or a wall if you want. Stretch out the front, or you can really reach down and pull on that toe, pull it up, and then just try to get a little bit of the inside. So really just trying to do a full circle. And then if you want to just get up on your toe and roll out that ankle a little bit. I think this feels really good. So hopefully you'll enjoy it too. And just loosen that up because I don't know that we do that a lot. Get the front side of the foot and then I'm just switching to the left side. And I highly recommend holding on to something for balance. You guys can't see it, but you know, I'm about 6 feet tall. I think my ceiling's about 7.5 feet tall. So I'm just holding on to the ceiling for balance. So, you know, I got that going on for me. So now I'm just rolling. I was just stretching that out from the big toe, weight on the big toe, down to the pinky toe. Just trying to loosen this up a little. I actually am so tight. I'm out of breath doing this, which is pretty funny that I would be out of breath doing this. All right, and then I'm just gonna come out, point my toe, and kind of roll down on the pinky toe, right? My toe's pointed, roll down on the pinky toe and then down to the heel, just trying to get a little flex in there, loosen up my ankles. How often do we really give our ankles love? I don't think very often, so. And then flipping back to my heel, I feel like my heel, now I want to do this after we foam roll our calves. So again, you can come up against a wall or the couch like I am, or if you just want to reach down and grab that big toe, stretch it out. That feels pretty much like I just want to do the back side of my body because everything's tight. And then I'm just rolling in a little here on the inside of my foot. That's awkward, you know, like don't hurt your knees, don't overdo it. But I just really like circularly want to get the whole ankle. So you can lift it up if you got, you know, if your hand's on the ceiling or a chair, or you can just put your big toe on the ground and kind of just roll that ankle out. I think it feels so good. So we'll work on that. All right, after you feel pretty good with that, I would encourage you to sit on down on the ground and check out your foam roller, all right? So, this is really nice. Let me see, give you a good angle here. So actually, speaking about the back of your ankles, like so fun to just put your ankles on here and not put a lot of pressure and just roll that out, loosen that up a little, flex your foot, extend your foot, Get a little flex extension. And do you know what's great about the foam roller really? Is it's pretty intense. So I foam rolled the other day. I didn't do a mobility last week. It's been a minute since I foam rolled, and I've been really doing some crazy yard work and bricklaying. So I'm sore, like my body is like, who are you and what are you doing to me? So everything's sore. So sometimes it hurts to put all of our weight and our pressure on this, on the foam roller, right? And lift up and do it. So it's okay if you're new at this or this is not your thing, to just like if you're in a lot of pain or need a lot of massage, to just do it light. I'm not putting a lot of pressure here, all right? Or we can just roll on down our calves. We're just gonna hit our calves here. So, and really, butt drags along the floor. I've got my legs parallel, my toes are parallel. This is kind of what I always concentrate on when I do the calf foam roll. So I can hit right down the middle, right? And make sure I'm hitting right down the middle. I do 5 to 10 of these. You can also, like, if you don't have a foam roller, you can use a supple, but even look, just a little bit of pressure here, a little bit of kicking it out, like flutter kick. Just that pressure feels so good. Why? Because I've been beating the crap out of my body and it's so super sore. So if you're in that boat, you don't have to put all your weight on this. All right, so I'm going to show you my toes. I always do this for you guys. My toes have been parallel doing this. Now I'm going to put my heels together and put my toes out like this. Look at my dirty socks, right? So out like this, toes out, heels in, and same thing. I'm just going to foam roll the outer side of my calves, right? Hitting for 5. Don't want to do it too fast. Think 1 inch per second, and get those ballerina feet out there and hit the outsides of your calves. Even though my hands are screaming, they're like, what are you doing? We don't want you to put any weight on your wrists. So super cool. We've been moving a ton of dirt around the house in wheelbarrows, so that's been fun. Lots of shoveling. And then I dug out their driveway and laid some Belgian blocks, laying some gravel, laying cement. So like my body it just wants to get back to lifting weights and jogging and doing snatch and stuff like that. It's sick of the real manual labor. All right, so once you're finished with the toes out, we're gonna go toes in, heels out, right? It's almost like pigeon-toed. I'm trying to hit the inside of the calves there. And look, you do not have to pick your butt up off the ground to do this. Just a little bit. It's like 1/8 of an inch, maybe probably 1/16 of an inch. Dragging your butt along the floor. You get plenty of calf massage on this. And then remember, when you foam roll, guys, this is massage. So make sure that you flush out all your toxins by drinking a ton of water. Maybe you already drink a ton of water, but always remember, after a good foam roll, after a good mobility, even a little bit right before, you want to make sure you are flushing those toxins. Now, hit anywhere on your calves that you feel like, hey, I just need a little more love. And then we are going to move on up to the hamstrings, right? All right. Hamstring, same thing as the foam roller, or same thing as the calves, really, backside of the body. I am just lifting up and hitting the top back here. Not hard. We're going to get our butt in a minute. So don't be like, oh, I need to get my butt. My feet, my legs are parallel. Just hitting the back of my hamstring. I'm up on my fist. That lifts me up a little more. Doesn't hurt my wrists as much. And then really, I'd encourage you, like the middle of your hamstrings, you find a spot that feels a little tight. Get up on there, sit on there, kick your feet out a little, give it a little side to side. If your shoulders can handle it, give it a little side to side. That feels so good. My hamstrings are needing that love. And, you know, look for those gnarly spots. Look for those spots that are bumpy maybe. And just show you what I'm doing here with my feet if you can't see. Just like we do with our thumbs and the other one. Just twist, like my toes are to you. And now my heels are to you. Just twisting side to side, really trying to get deep into those hammies. Right in the middle of your hammies. If you guys are working out, lifting up, doing squats, feels so good to roll side to side and get into those hamstrings. Now maybe you gotta come down, take a breath and shake it out, but move up an inch, scoot up an inch, get up on that foam roller and twist it side to side. Oh man, that's amazing. Nobody's gonna rub out your hamstrings like that better than you and the foam roller right now. So good. All right, one last one. Hit the top of your hammies and just sit on that and twist. Oh, amazing. Amazing. All right. Give our wrist a break a bit and come on over onto our hamstrings, or our quadriceps, I'm sorry. So just giving it a regular quad foam roll here. Coming on over, knees to right at the top of your leg. Knees, I always think about this, my legs are parallel, right? You can have your feet in the air if you want, or your feet on the ground to keep you grounded. Okay? Another alternative option, if you're trying to get in there, or maybe it's too heavy, is to put your leg up on to do one leg at a time. Put it up on the couch here like this, or up on the wall, and just get into the one leg, and then get into the other leg. What I like about this, and you may not like, is if you're up against the wall especially, you can lift up that foot and windshield wiper right over those rough spots. Now, maybe you just tried that like me and you're like, oh my God, so painful. It really, it really is so painful, but I'm totally into it. I'm going to do it again. If you're against the wall, it's, some of the weight is going to come off your leg and it will not be as intense. So just something to consider there. I might build myself up a wall here with the pillow, scooch back closer, right? So this way we can really get hit. Like I can start at my knee and windshield wiper over the outside of that quad, which I don't always get, and then scoot on up a little to the middle of my leg, and then windshield wiper again. Oh my God. I'll let you guys work on that a little. I need to take a breath. Can you hear me breathing heavy into the speaker? Holy cow. All right, and then you can do the same thing. Go up to the top, roll on up, find a good spot, and then just get a little windshield washer going with your left leg. Try to hit those bumps. Does anybody else have bumps in their quadriceps like me? I got some massive bumps, which just means I should be doing mobility more, and I'm not. All right, scooting on down, windshield wiper and all the way down on lefty, and then, good grief, switching over to righty because I need a break from lefty. Same thing, legs up behind us, hitting that one leg. If this is too intense for you, you can just go ahead and get onto two legs. But I'm going to do this windshield wiper thing. I'm going to start at the top because that felt good, and then work my way down. I'll show you what this looks like without a wall. Right on this side. See this, right? I'm just taking this from side to side. It's really, it is delightful if you need that front leg massage. Just breathe, right? There's no such thing as pain, right? All right, and then just scooting down an inch or up an inch, and same thing, windshield washering it. It's funny, just when you think one side is tight and bad and you got to switch to the other side, sometimes the other side surprises you, and it's like, holy cow, I'm way tighter. I'm way tighter than the other side, and you get no relief. Right now I just kind of want to sit on this leg, so you can work all the way down to the knee, windshield wipering, or you can just take a couple more singular rolls like this with me. Oh, goodness. All right, just a couple more. See, you take 1 week off of mobility and stay active like I did last week, and it definitely gets harder. All right, so this is where your orb comes in, or your tennis ball or your lacrosse ball. If you want this intense, I'm going to demonstrate with a foam roller first. If you just have a foam roller. Now, if you have 2 foam rollers, like you have this one and the bumpy one, this is where I would just switch to the bumpy one. Unless you have no meat on your ass, then you'll be fine with this foam roller. All right. So what we're going to do here is roll out the booty a little and really loosen up our hips. So let me see if I can just show you how this works here on an angle. All right. So I'm starting, I can feel my butt bone, right? Like your little sit bone there. Going right below my sit bone and then rolling up to just below my lower back. I don't want you guys to hit your lower back. I don't really want you to hit your spine with a foam roller. We're just rolling back and forth. Then I'm going to take my right leg here and I'm going to cross it over my left leg and just lean back a little. All right. Now I am going to, let me see, I always forget when I do this. Lean in here to my right side, right? My right side. This is so funny. I really have to do it with the ball because I don't know. Sitting on the ball, crushing the ball. Yes, I was right, my right side. And you're just going to back and forth, up and down, work all around. You'll feel your sit bone, right? You'll feel that butt bone. It's not really your butt bone, right? You'll feel that bone. You just want to massage all around there the best you can. You can go up, but do not hit your lower back. We're trying to get gluteus maximus, gluteus minimus, gluteus medius, right? And if you find a real good spot where you can sit in it, give it a little wiggle, give it a good massage. Listen, you're using your body weight and this orb to give it a good massage. You're going to loosen up your booty and take care of your booty. And at the same time, you're really loosening up your hips. It's going to help you squat better. It's going to help you move better throughout the week. Now, if that's too intense to have your leg crossed over, you can certainly take it out and work on it without the crossover. It's not as effective, but it will work, and it works the same way with the foam roller. If I'm crossed over, I'm just gonna lean into this side more and get in there. Now, if your butt is tight, like mine is tight, and already feel the difference. My right cheek is loose and my left cheek's like, give it to me, right? Loosen me up too. So we're gonna switch over to our left side, right? Left leg comes up, crosses over, and I'm just giving all that love to my left butt cheek. Try to get back and forth, up at the top, back and forth, down at the bottom. Do not hit your low back. We are not trying to hit your low back. We are trying to just take care of the left butt cheek. this is one, if you're super active, I think you should do this every day, 3 times a week. If you're like me and you're a big person, or you struggle with tight hips, like I used to be able to sit crisscross applesauce. I can't. Look, see, I'm not crossover, but I can still get my booty. It's not helping my hip as much, but it's effective if that's all you can do. That's all you can do something. But as I was saying, if your knees hurt when you're working out, if your hips hurt, you don't have a lot of hip mobility, this exercise is where it's at. I would spend $8 on the orb just to get that good foam roll in. And look, mine used to be circular. No, it's not. It's oval because I crushed it with my butt. And it's totally worth it. It's totally worth it. I would do that. I would do that roll a couple times a week if I were you. If not every day, because your hips will thank you. If you can't squat below parallel, I bet you if you keep working on that, you'll get yourself really close. For sure. All right, so now I'm just going to put this foam roller under my low back here. Just give it a little back and forth on my low back. And then really, almost like it's a yoga block. I got my feet flattened in like I'm in a bridge. Just sit in it. Take a deep breath here. Catch your breath. Maybe you don't need to catch your breath because you aren't talking, but I've been talking. Now I'm just going to lift up, okay? You catch your breath. I'm going to feel my right hips and my left hips here. Right here, I got the foam roller under them. I'm just going to roll my left hip up off the ground, bring it back down, roll my right hip up off the ground, bring it back down. Give myself a couple of these. Now, if you start right at the top of where your butt meets your back, it's glorious. It's delightful. Just give yourself a nice low back massage. Right? I'm just going side to side. Coming off the foam roller, coming back down on the foam roller, side to side. This is amazing. I freaking love it. And then just inch down like a half an inch, right? We don't want to mess up your spine. As soon as you can feel your spine making contact with the foam roller, you're too far high, and we're not going to do it anymore. All right, so just roll in like a half an inch, a quarter of an inch up towards the middle of your back and giving yourself this little side to side. And breathing, and this is just a moment. Thank your body. You can do this. I'm scooting up another half inch. This is probably my last half inch. I don't have as much mobility here, but I'm just trying to get that hip off the ground, or off the foam roller. Give myself a little side to side. All right, come up off your foam roller. Delightful. Let's see if you guys can see. I'm gonna squeeze this right down under your traps, right under your wings here, right? And then I'm just gonna wing to shoulder, right? Just rolling out my shoulder blades. You don't have to get your butt up off the ground. If you do, it'll be a little more intense. I'll put my head back. Feels great, but careful if you catch your ponytail. And then I'm gonna do some side to side. So best thing you can do here is support your head and neck. Look up at the ceiling, just like sit-ups. And I'm gonna roll over here on my side, get the top of my lats, and then just to give myself a break, I'm gonna go to the left side, side to side, instead of hitting all one side at once. Right, just side to side. Get up over there, sit there for a second. Enjoy the weight in the top of your lat muscle. Oh, roll back over this way. And I would try to get your elbow to the ground, elbow in the air, like a modified triangle pose almost. And side to side. Really let the weight, the pressure get into there. And then I'm gonna scoot down maybe a half an inch, do it again, and feel how, what delightful that is. Now, notice I'm not doing these super fast, and you might be like, Sharon, hurry the heck up. And that's okay. But I'm really trying to use my body weight when I get over here on the side to dig in and get a little relief and pressure. Remember, this is massage, right? Deep tissue. And then if you want, you can get under there, find a good spot, and just kind of give it a little up and down. And then roll over and do the same with the other side. So I'm right about like in line with my chest, and then just coming right up under my shoulder, trying to get the whole top of that muscle. All right. And then come on up, catch your breath. I got a couple more things to do with you. Nothing crazy. I just like to give some love to our quadriceps. So some of you may love couch and some of you may hate it, but I'm going to ease you into it a little. So if I can get you to, if you need your pillow now, you can have your pillow if your knees are sore. But if I can just get you to get into this 90 degrees, right? I'm not on the couch. I'm just 90 degrees here. Left leg is 90. It's up on, left foot's on the ground, right foot back here is on the ground. What I'm going to try to do is my left leg's up, my right quad. I'm going to try to engage that. So we're going to do this in a couple of ways. All right. I am going to look straight ahead, make sure my hips are tucked and square. Let me show you this way. Spin around for you. So I'm pushing my pelvis under, right? Like this. Just doing that, you should be able to feel your quads start to engage. Then I'm taking this right leg, or my right foot, and I'm pushing the top of my foot into the ground, right? Right now you should feel your quad light up by doing that just a little. And then I'm also squeezing my butt cheek, right? So squeezing the right butt cheek, I make sure I'm sitting up, my stomach is sucked in, my pelvis is tucked under, and I'm pushing that top foot into the ground like 50% effort and trying to keep my balance, all right? So we're just gonna do this for about 30 seconds. And I like this. If you struggle with couch, this is a good way to help you get into couch eventually, strengthen that quadricep, loosen it up. Make sure you stay tucked. Make sure your butt cheeks stay squeezed. If you have a hard time with this, it's okay to kind of come down. Yeah, everybody can release for a second. And then I'm going to ask you to go back into it. Unless you struggle with this, then I'm going to say to you, all right, so go back into it. Try to start here, suck in your gut, push yourself up, right? If you can't, right? If you're having too much trouble just engaging this leg and this hip, just try to raise your arms up. And you can't see me do that, can you? Let me show you this. I'm back on up. All right, so one of the ways I try to fix my mobility here and improve my couch stretch, and everybody that's just holding, you can release, right? But one of the ways that I do this, I put myself in this position, I try to tuck my pelvis, right? And maybe you're stuck here because it's hard for you to engage this quadricep, right? Just reach up. You can exaggerate, you can arch your back. Reach up like you're doing a yoga pose, and then come back down, right? Reach up. When you get to the top, squeeze your butt cheek, 1/1000, and then come back down. This is a good way, I think, if you can do 10 of these or 3 sets of 30-second holds while you're pushing your foot into the ground. It's a good way to loosen up our quadricep. We'll keep going with this and get us ready for couch stretch. So if you do this for a couple weeks, maybe every other day, then your couch improves. And couch is something really you can do every day or at least 3 times a week. Another thing I like to do with this, look, I'm still staying in the same position, right? But it helps give us a little more mobility, is reach across the body. So I got my right hand, I'm gonna reach across like to my left shoulder, it's a twist. Reaching across here, just side to side, right? This is another excellent way to just let your quadricep know, hey, I'm working with you, I'm loosening you up, we're getting a little mobility going, and I think you'll see improvement with your squats, with your other mobility, less pain in your quads, and then with your couch stretch. So this is just something I like to do before I do couch stretch, or when my quads are really tight and I'm having a hard time getting into couch stretch. So I'm going to switch legs, and we're kind of going to go through this whole thing as a series again, right? So, but I'll do it in the different orders. So what I'm going to ask you to do is suck in this gut, tilt your pelvis, squeeze your butt cheek as much as you can. Come down, both hands on the floor, right? And then we're going to lift up, arms go up, 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 up to the ceiling. Your head even goes back like the yoga pose I can't think of right now. Suck in your gut, squeeze your butt cheek, come back down, right? And do it again. Try to stay balanced, right? Squeezing my butt cheek, guys, the whole way up. Trying to suck in my gut the whole way up. For balance, pushing my left foot into the ground, right? Even if you have great mobility, try this. And as you're trying it, push your left foot as hard as you can into the ground and tell me you don't feel the front of your quad down by your knee. I bet you do. And I bet if you push it hard, work yourself as hard as you can, you will get something out of this, all right? We're gonna do one more, and then we're gonna switch to the twist, all right? You didn't even see me doing that. All right, twist, I'll just face you front, still keeping my left leg pushed, my left foot pushing on the floor, and twisting 10 times. The harder you push into the floor, the harder you squeeze your butt cheek, the more you suck in your gut, the more you get out of this mobility position. When I could not get into couch and stay in couch for 90 seconds, this is what I started doing. And I'll tell you what, it makes a difference, all right? Now, doing the same thing. You're in the 90 degrees. Take a deep breath. Tuck this pelvis, suck in your gut, squeeze your butt cheek, push your left foot into the floor, and hold it. Just hold it and breathe. Look straight ahead. Chin is up, head is up. We are staying squeezed, staying as long as we can. Breathe. Be grateful your legs move. Be grateful your hips work. Take another deep breath. Tell your hip to give you some release. Say, let it go, hip. I need to be able to do better squats. Take another deep breath. Keep that butt cheek squeezed. Tell your knees you are doing the best you can for them so that they can feel some pain relief. Push into the ground with the top of your foot just a little bit harder. Push, 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 push. And breathe. All right, awesome job. Now, this is the moment where I will tell you, you may want to quit. Your quads may have had enough. That's fine. You can give it up today at this moment. But if you really want to go for it and it feels really good, like I feel really good right now, let's put ourselves in the couch for 90 seconds. So you need a wall or a couch like me. Pillow is helpful. All right, we're going up. And my foot here is as close to my butt as I can get it. Same position, right? I'm 90 degrees here with my right leg. My chest is up. My chin is up. I am looking up, always chin up. And pelvis is tilted, squeezing that butt cheek. and just squeezing and going for it. Now, I'm going to do this in sets of 10. I'm squeezing and release. All right? Take a breath and squeeze and release again. If you are super strong, you're super connected, I'm doing 90 seconds. Release. You can do the whole 90. Take a breath and squeeze again. You can do 3 sets of 30. Or you can do 10 times 9 like I am. All right, take a breath. Release. Take a breath. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing your butt. Squeezing, breathing. 5 down, 4 to go. Release. Take a deep breath. Make sure that pelvis is tilted. Make sure your stomach is sucked in. Your chest is up. Your booty is tight. Nothing is tighter than your booty right now. Release. We got 3 more. All right? Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. You want it to be more challenging. Grab the back of your foot. Try to pull it closer to your butt. Squeeze. Make sure your gut stays sucked. Mine came undone. I had to tell myself. Release. And we got 1 more. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Loving our butts, loving our quads, loving our hips, loving our knees. You are giving yourself a gift. This is it. This is the best thing you can do for yourself today. And release. Coming on down, face down on the ground. And giving yourself a little windshield wiper. Today is all about the windshield wiper for the quadricep. Windshield wiper, laying it down, kicking it out, telling yourself, I got 90 more seconds, and then I'm done. This is like a big hug for yourself, right? We're switching sides, right? So my right leg goes behind me, my left leg comes up, my back says, what are you doing to me? All right, so your choices are full 90-second hold, right? 3 sets of 30 seconds, or you can do 9, 10-second holds with me. All right, and begin. Butt is squeezed, gut is squeezed, pelvis is tucked under. Release. Take a breath and squeeze. So remember we just did those other lunge thingies, right? And I felt like my quads were releasing and opening up. Let go, take a breath, and squeeze. But doing this, I still see like I've got a long range to go, right? Is your quad still releasing? It should be. All right, release, take a breath, and squeeze. Squeeze that butt cheek. So chest is up, chin is up, if you can. If not, you're just trying to get there. Pelvis is tucked, butt cheek is squeezed, and release. And here we go. Squeezing the butt cheek. Squeezing the gut in. Breathing. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it moving. Or keep it holding, keep it holding, keep it holding. Don't be moving. You don't want to move. Okay, and release. We got 5 down, 4 to go. Ready? Pelvis is tucked, gut is sucked. Squeeze your butt. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your butt, squeeze your butt. Squeeze it tighter than you've ever squeezed it before. Squeeze it. Your quads are thanking you. They love you. Release. And here we go. Squeeze it. Squeeze your butt. And release. Here we go. Squeeze it. And release. I should have told you in the beginning. Squeeze it again. Put on your favorite tunes. I always want to play music, and then I feel like that's just going to mess with the sound. And then if you listen to my music, you would be like, who the heck is this chick? I don't want to listen to her music. So I should have told you, put on your favorite tunes in the background. And release. Let's do one more for good measure because I can't count to 8 or 9. I'm not sure. So squeezing our butt for the last time, sucking our gut for the last time, breathing through it, thanking our muscles, being proud of our quads and what our body can do, and release. All right, coming on down to the ground, face first, belly first, and give yourself a little windshield wiper. And straighten out those legs. And that's it. Thanks for joining me today. Oh, look, you got to see a little bit of my messy floor. Lucky you. Thanks for being here. Hope to see you in mobility next week. And, you know, just love your body. Be grateful for it. Thanks. Bye.